You know that feeling when something looks normal, but it doesn't feel normal? That's how this case started. At first glance, it wasn't even treated like a crime. Just a quiet death inside a quiet home. No broken doors. No signs of a struggle. Nothing missing. Everything in its place. Police arrived, looked around, and saw a scene that didn't scream danger. It whispered it. And whispers are easy to ignore. The victim had been found inside their own home. The house was clean, calm, almost peaceful. And because of that, investigators initially believed this would be straightforward. A tragic accident. Something unfortunate but explainable. Then they met him. One of the first people police spoke to was someone close to the victim. Someone who had been there not long before everything happened. And right away he stood out. Not because he was nervous, but because he wasn't. He spoke clearly, calmly. He didn't hesitate. Didn't stumble over his words. He answered every question and even stayed longer than he needed to. Most people want interviews to end. He didn't. He offered details, gave timelines, explained routines, helped police understand the victim's life. He didn't push himself into the investigation, but he never stepped away either. And slowly, almost without realizing it, investigators began to trust him. Days turned into weeks. The case slowed. No strong suspects. No obvious evidence. Everything still pointed toward an accident. And during all of this, the helpful witness remained present. Always available. Always cooperative. Always calm. Too calm. Without meaning to, police started relying on him. His explanations began filling in gaps. His version of events quietly became the foundation of the case. And for a while, it worked. The case stalled. Attention drifted elsewhere. The death began fading into paperwork. Until one detective noticed something small. Almost nothing really. During a routine review, they caught a detail. A statement that didn't line up perfectly with another report. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't obvious. But it was enough to make someone stop and look again. Then again. They compared interviews, timelines, minor details. And that's when a pattern emerged. His story didn't change much. But it changed just enough. Each time new information appeared, his version adjusted slightly. Not in a way that raised alarms, but in a way that kept him aligned with the facts. That's when the uncomfortable thought surfaced. What if he wasn't following the investigation? What if he was guiding it? Then came the moment that sealed it. During one conversation, he mentioned a detail about the scene that had never been released publicly. Something only investigators knew. Something only the person who was there would know. Police didn't confront him immediately. They didn't accuse him. Instead, they did something smarter. They went quiet. Behind the scenes, they reclassified the case. What had once been treated as an accident was now officially suspicious. Evidence that had been overlooked was sent back for testing. Reports were reviewed again, this time with fresh eyes. And when the results came back, there was no way to explain it anymore. The death wasn't accidental. It had been staged. The house wasn't calm. It had been carefully arranged. The lack of chaos wasn't natural. It was intentional. And the person responsible wasn't hiding in the shadows. He was sitting in plain sight. Police called him back in for another interview. Same room. Same chair. Same calm posture. But this time, detectives didn't let him lead the conversation. They asked him to walk through the night again. Slowly. Step by step. At first, he did what he always did. He spoke smoothly, confidently. Then came the hesitation. A pause that lingered just a little too long. That pause said everything. Confronted with the evidence he didn't know existed, the proof he couldn't talk his way around, the story finally collapsed. Helping police had kept him close to the case. But it also kept him exposed. Every word he offered, every detail he shared, every time he stayed involved, it all built the trail that led straight back to him. In the end, it wasn't a dramatic chase or a sudden confession that exposed the truth. It was patience, observation, and the quiet realization that the killer had never left the room.